from Charlotte, North Carolina, at a combined weight of over 660 pounds, Rody Rob, Adam Bomb, Bionic Brian, the Marked Out Wrestling Podcast.
Hello and welcome to episode 666 of the Marked Out Wrestling Podcast. My name is Adam Bomb. This is a special Friday edition because Dynamite got pushed. We had nothing to cover on Wednesday, so we decided, hey, why not? Let's try a Friday night show. Joining me is going to be my co-host, Mr. Brian. What's going on, Biased One?
Hey, man. I'm good, man. Just hanging out. It's been fucking raining by me. My boat is overflowing now, and it's a mess. How
you don't have a boat?
Well, but not a boat, but it's like a car, but it doesn't have any wheels, and it's in a river, so it's kind of like a boat. How are you?
I'm on a boat. No. I'm good.
Yeah.
It feels weird. The 666 aspect of it all. It feels weird to be here on a Friday night.
Yeah, right.
Let alone covering Dynamite. Especially since the last couple of Mondays we've been covering SmackDown. So we'll see if we get any viewership on Fridays, a la AEW Dynamite. But that's one of the two things I want to talk to you about before we start covering Dynamite. Is the discussion we kind of had with one of our board members, Jason Sklenar, about why the ratings suck on Friday. And I argued that, you can get Friday night ratings because SmackDown still gets them. And he argued, if you've got a standing Tuesday night appointment, let's say a Tuesday night poker league, you probably don't get the same turnout if you tried to have that game on Friday. And I remember, Brian, you and I, when they weren't on Wednesday and they were doing Thursday and stuff, was sometimes too hard for us to schedule 24 hours later. So
Right.
I do get that point. But I wanted to go one step further with you. What about Rampage? If you can't get those ratings on Friday, what makes you think that Rampage will if you have a standing appointment?
Again, because it's set up. People are going to be expecting to take that time out to be watching Rampage on Friday nights after SmackDown. Right now, they're just, the Wednesday night crowd, they're not used to watching Dynamite on Friday. So, I mean, it's not an excuse as to why viewership was so low, but I mean, yeah, it definitely, obviously, I mean, we saw that it definitely impacted them.
I mean, do you think there's any chance that the viewership just shifts? It's not technically a loss. It's a loss to TNT, but they're going to watch it on another platform somewhere and catch back up.
Right. They're not losing fans by this in any way. They're definitely, like you said, like DVRing it or watching it. And I don't know how that plays into the whole ratings thing. I saw there I don't know if you saw it on Twitter, but Meltzer posted something trying to, it wasn't almost like he was making excuses for why viewership was low, but he was definitely fucking stretching with some of those numbers that he was pulling out of his ass as to why. I think what was it? It was like 500 or something.
Well, yeah, it was under
like
500, 420,
between 450,
like 422 and whatever,
something like that. Yeah, and change.
The two things that I want to mention to you that I think are important here is I've heard people say, well, they're just trying to get through the NBA playoffs and get the live crowds back, and then they're going to start making their push. I mean, next pay-per-view All Out isn't until September 5th, I believe.
Yep.
So there's a long ways. That's almost 3 months. They got time. But at the same time, as we're watching live and you see this happening, they allow a huge debut to happen on last Friday. And I think that, to me, Brian, that was an attempt to grab ratings, but what it did was put a, pun intended, all elite moment not quite in front of the right eyes.
You're right. I mean, there's, to be honest, I mean, I missed it. Like I had to read about it. I don't, not that I don't watch on Fridays, but it's, I don't know. It is weird having that such a big moment when it didn't even really feel like Dynamite, to be honest with you. Like it felt weird.
And next week's on Saturday.
Right. It's going to be on Saturday. And not to mention too, like they switched the whole set around and they did that, a couple weeks ago, but still, I'm still getting used to that whole like just the visual aesthetic of it. So everything
It looks
is
like it's
different
back
right
to
now.
two tunnels though tonight.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So I mean, that is good that they're doing that, but still, I don't know. I'm still thrown off by the whole everything changing. I don't like change, if you've noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, as he comes out on the screen, Kenny Omega is my next little discussion before we go into Dynamite reaction here. There's a lot of speculation, if you will, scuttlebutt, dirt, mud, whatever you want to call the reporter sheet out there, that Kenny Omega is quote unquote playing through the pain with some injuries that could be of significance. And what I wanted to pose to you was this, Brian, and this is just open for analytics. We're not judging Kenny. We're not judging any of the 4 titles he's carrying.
Mm-hmm.
What I want to talk about is a guy like Kenny Style with 4 companies putting their faith in this gimmick on him. He's at risk in just a normal match, whether it be a 6-man tag or whatever. I mean, he's a high flyer. And this is a grueling fucking schedule to carry those 4 belts.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
This is, I mean, if the reason that if this is not just Dirt Sheet or Mud Report has traction is because of that logic right there. The guy's overbooked, and I mean, every tope or dive outside the ring or something, or strong style risks something. It's bound to happen.
No, you're totally right. I mean, he's definitely increasing the odds of something going wrong. But even like the most simple looking bumps, like those still don't feel good. Like even all like the routine stuff that he's doing, all the tumbling and all that shit. Like it's still like you're still gonna get banged up. So yeah, you make a good point. Like if he actually is beat up, I mean, maybe they have to rethink the whole booking him winning all these titles.
And what would happen right now? Like something like, okay, we see him just holding the one title here, as he's cutting a promo for Jungle Boy, which is going to happen next Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
We obviously know, his legs aren't broken. He's standing there. We obviously know his voice works. His head's not cracked in, stuff like that. We know some basic things there. But I almost feel like they backed themselves into a corner where if the man can stand, he has to go out there. If he was like injured, he would have to go out there and somehow lose it. If the man has a concussion, they would, and like it was bad one, they have to find ways around this instead of just the normal, like you would just go, vacate it, we'll have a tournament. You would, every independent or every lower tier behind WWE circuit has a tournament for their new champ.
Right.
They don't all have Bischoffs or Triple H's to just hand the title to somebody.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if they would go that far as to just kind of wheel him out there if like he couldn't fucking walk or anything like that. But I mean, even like Finn, like, I mean, this is WWE, but he had a shoulder injury, and I think that's what Kenny has right now. I think it might be or no. No, that's Leo. Maybe I'm just getting Leo confused with everyone.
Who knows?
He had a
got
few
MJ.
injuries. I know it was some wear and tear.
We got MJ and Stike joining us on the YouTube live chat board.
Hey, MJ.
MJ
White.
says it's a bad look, really. Like, I mean, what would you do if if this blows up in smoke? This really would screw up this whole gimmick, this whole belt collector, this whole alliance. I mean, I don't know how you could unbook it.
That would be kind of shitty. I mean, not even just for AEW, for
what's up, Steelers
for Impact. Everyone else is going to have some sort of
right. Every one of those
like
belts would
or whatever.
Be, like, what if he broke his leg? What if he had? I mean, like,
what if he breaks both of his legs?
Yeah. Are they going to hold up all those titles? Are they going to all crown interim champs until he comes back and do the and like put the gimmick on hold? This is a lot of eggs in one basket. It is my only point. I'm not even criticizing the way they're doing the story or anything. This is even a safe worker, Brian, that's a huge risk putting everybody in one basket. Even a safe worker.
I mean, I guess you could do it like with like someone like The Miz, right? He would be like
right.
a pretty.
And you say that even he got injured for the
and
first
he's hurt,
time in his
right?
career.
Yeah, he's hurt right now. Fuck.
In his like 20-year career, he's injured for the first time after a zombie match.
I mean, I guess really what we have to do, you just cross your fingers and hope that, you know, I'm going to knock on wood right now, actually.
Yeah, MJ says it's just a case of not thinking of a plan B, or maybe they do. Maybe they do. Maybe they have something. But here's the thing, MJ. Do they all? Let's agree with you. Let's say AEW has a plan B. What is Impact's plan B? Like what is the every championship he holds? Do they all have plan Bs?
I mean, everyone has to have a tournament or something, I guess, right? Or I don't know how the fuck it's gonna work.
And wouldn't the plan B change? Like if
Sure.
Kenny got injured now, maybe Moose would be handed the Impact Championship. But if he gets injured in 3 months, maybe somebody else is in that spot, not Moose, as you know, the push, the top guy. I don't know. I'm just speculating on all of this, but I thought it would be a fun what if to play.
Definitely interesting, man. I mean, again, I really hope that doesn't happen, because I particularly love belt collectors. Like, I love that type of gimmick. It's pretty cool. So I don't want that to happen, but.
And now the other thing, the end of the belt collector gimmick. I think if you're smart, Brian, and this might be, if it's gonna end at All Out, which is 90 days away. He's been champ for 170 right now, so you're looking at that'll be around 260 by the time All Out comes around. If he's going to lose the AEW championship, I think it's tough to lose belts via pin. You can't really, you could hook or crook every one of them, but I think they should tie them all together with a hook or crook. If you're going to have him defend
all of them,
yes, and here's how. Like, it's a long game story. You have 90 days to play this out, so stay with me. I'm going to make it very succinct, though, but this is over the course of 90 days. You have him lose every belt between now and All Out except for the AEW championship. And you have him lose every one of those belts because of whoever he's fighting at All Out. So let's just say it's me. He's defending his Impact Championship. I come out while the ref's distracted at something, knock him unconscious, allow him to get pinned. He loses belt 1. Same repeat for 2 more times. Now it's a blood feud. You have 90 days to do this. So he could this person could reveal themselves ahead of time and, you know, play the long game and say, I'm going to take everything from you. And they're like, yeah, right. Yeah. Kenny's like, what are you going to do? Yeah, right. And then slowly the plan comes to fruition. So it's
going to be someone from AEW.
Oh, it has to be. It has to be. But that person jumps the line to these other companies, to attack them, to attack him in the other companies. Doesn't mean you have to, like, I mean, let's say it was the Impact and with Moose. Like, that could happen with Moose still looking strong. It's just to protect Kenny.
Yeah. No,
because he would
you're
still have 3 other belts.
Right. If there was like a mystery guy, I mean, I guess they could do something like that. I don't know who the mystery would be. It would have to be someone that's pretty, I mean, if it's like a Danielson or like someone like that, but that's fucking insane. Plus he can't do it anyway because he's got his contract. He still has his 90 days, but.
Well, after 90 days, he can do whatever he wants. MJ says you need to put fresh over talent, pick those belts off. If that doesn't happen, this gimmick did nothing for the sport. I agree, but I like my plan of the way of doing it. So let's say, and I don't know Impact the way other people do, but let's say there's a Jungle Boy in Impact, like Jungle Boy type level. He fights Kenny. Everybody thinks, yeah, there's no way Jungle Boy's beating Kenny. Just like we don't think it's going to happen next week. But somehow Jungle Boy does because AEW superstar, Big Show comes in and attacks him. So there's lots of ways around it. Hell, you could have any one of the brawls happen that happened tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, especially after the first. Hey, you just threw me off with mentioning the brawl. I'm sorry. Fuck, what was I just about to say? God damn it. Oh, sorry. That was just my impression of Rob.
Did you just pull
I
a
had to
Rob?
throw that in.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, there you go.
All right. Shout out to Rob.
Ringo.
Hey, I miss you, Rob.
Let's start
Where
with
the fuck-
Dynamite.
Wait, where is Rob? Isn't Rob there? Where is
He's
he? Where is he?
sulking somewhere.
Oh. Okay.
So we start off with Christian Cage versus Angelico. I haven't seen Angelico for a while.
Yeah, no one has.
So I didn't realize, like, is he part of the Hardy brand now? Him and Jack Evans?
Jack Evans. That's a very good question.
It
Adam.
felt like it tonight.
I mean, maybe this is like a working interview of sorts.
Well, anyways, Christian Cage won. Hardy and Jack Evans come out and attack and help Angelico 3-on-1. Yeah.
How do you feel about
who made
Christian?
the save?
I'm sorry?
Because tonight's episode seems to be a little bit all about him. Who made the save here? It's Jungle Boy.
Yeah.
Jungle Boy finished second in the back. I think this is what I hate about AEW sometimes. Okay. To me, they are starting the Christian Cage, Jungle Boy, mentor-mentee storyline going on, which, like it or not, is very similar to the Sting Darby one at its simplest form. They can do it in different ways, so I'm not shitting on it, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
But why would you not wait 2 weeks to start the storyline till after Jungle Boy loses to Kenny?
Because they're just planting the seeds.
This is way more than a seed. He came out, and it's right there. The seed was planted at the Casino Royale, Brian. You don't need to do what they did tonight.
Yeah, you're right. They don't need
after.
to do it. They don't need to do it, but I mean, I'm not hating on it for them for doing it. I get what you're saying, though. It is a little bit, I don't want to say overkill, but yeah, let Jungle Boy kind of focus on what he's got coming up with Kenny, right? That's the big thing on his plate right now.
And so he came out twice tonight because of that. But also you have to start right off with a brawl.
Your favorite.
Right? Cody comes out. Him and Arn, I didn't catch this entire thing here because I was distracted by Rob. I'll just say that.
Okay.
Brock Anderson is apparently all elite.
Yeah. Do you know who Brock Anderson is?
Yes, he's Arn's son, the
there you
love
go.
child of Arn Anderson and Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, Brock Anderson.
So now here's my problem.
What?
Okay, 100 people on AEW.
Mm-hmm.
You lose
105 now, probably.
You lost Kong. You lost Shanna down to
Yeah.
98. You had Andrade and Brock Anderson and like 5 others. Mark Henry. Yeah, I mean, so I'm so scared. And talks about, what's his nuts coming? Is it Aleister Black, Tommy
CM Punk. Oh, okay, yeah.
If he comes, then you just have, to me, and I don't like to talk AEW and WWE comparisons here, but to me, you have now set up yourself to fail just like WWE. When you have too much talent and you don't have enough like pushes, opportunities, rubs,
Right.
whatever you want to call to go around. I feel like they're heading there so fast.
They are. They definitely are. But I believe some guys' contracts, I want to say, will be coming up at the end of the year. So there will be some, people will be leaving. Obviously, it seems like more people will be coming, but there will be some names that are also going to be cutting ties as well. But I mean, I'm definitely on your side, and this has been just one of the things that they've been doing forever. They've been just building and not building, but just what's the word I'm looking for? Just fucking bloating their roster.
Right.
Bloating.
And there were some people before their roster got bloated that I really liked, that I thought could do more. Either one of the librarians is a good example.
Yeah.
I thought they could have tried to do something with them. I really like the heel heat of Hybrid 2. Jack Evans just oozes it, and it's been a while, but we've seen Angelico do singles matches, and he looked just fine. I mean, he could go. He might be a guy that I don't know this, but lacks the mic skills, and that's why he's part of the tag division. Because to me, he has singles ability in between the ropes. I don't know about the mic. Jack Evans definitely can talk. Maybe that's why. My point being is they're trying so much to give, oh, here's your chance. Oh, here's your chance. Like Evil Uno. Man, you
didn't think he was going to win?
No.
What?
No.
You almost had him.
No. Even with a stage full of Dark Order, no.
That was so I don't know, man.
Yeah, and Stike says if AEW gets Tommy End after Andrade, it's a bit of an overkill. Remember who I can't remember who which was which, but didn't Andrade take the title from Alistair in NXT and then Drew took it from Andrade? I might be wrong. But
no.
There was a title change between Alistair and Andrade in NXT.
Drew took it from Andrade, and then Alistair took it from Andrade. Is that right?
I thought it's the other way around.
Was it the other way around?
I
forget
so.
now.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't
matter.
It doesn't matter.
The point being is they need to find a way, especially with all these shows. I hated it at first when WWE split into 2 shows. I hated it.
Yeah.
But it's much better in terms of like giving the opportunities to everybody. You don't have to worry too much about it. It's like, oh, you play for the Mets and you play for the Yankees. There is no, I'm going to go play for the Yankees tonight when I'm a Met or vice versa. I like that. And with AEW having these extra shows, they really should. I don't know with Rob, the whole divisions thing, this, singles and separate and rankings. We've had all those discussions ad nauseum, but I really would like to see them have, especially since they have 2 belts they're trying to consider top belts, have TNT and AEW exist as the belts for Rampage and Dynamite.
I mean, they certainly have enough roster, talent,
tons
for their for AEW. But I don't know. Personally, I see.
But Brian, this would also, instead of adding a second tag title, this would be cause to create a trios belt for the other show.
Well, trios is already coming.
I know, but now I'm trying to justify why you would have 2 top belts and why you would have a tag and a trios. Like Dynamite could be the tag belts exclusive to Dynamite, and the trios belt could be exclusive to Rampage.
Yeah, I don't hate that.
And the women's champ could float, but you could have 2 separate rosters. You could split the roster in half. I feel like
it's just inherently one of the shows is going to be looked at as like the lesser than.
Oh,
and I feel like that's what they're trying to avoid.
You were right. MJN Stike says Andrade beat Drew, and then Black took it from Andrade.
Yeah, okay, yeah, because Andrade got called up. Well, did Drew get called up first?
Andrade wasn't supposed to win, MJ says, but because Drew got hurt during the match. I do remember that because there was like no rematch there. That feud just ended. So right. I do remember that.
That was when Drew, I think he hurt his shoulder or something. I think it was on a
pec,
DDT.
shoulder, something.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
Anyway, we brought Brock Anderson. We got another bunch of people run out here. So I don't know, is Mox just fading into the sunset, or is he going back to being Mox? But I feel like Kingston's now in the rearview mirror. I think tonight with the 6-man tag with Pac, Phoenix, Kingston taking on Bucks and Cutler. At the end, the Good Brothers are out there. Surprise. and Kaz comes and makes a save. Kaz and Kingston, 2 wily veterans.
Yeah, that's weird.
Daniels is out of the picture. I think we saw a tag team made tonight.
I don't know if I kind of want to see Kingston solo.
Do you?
I don't know what his ceiling would be.
His ceiling's already been reached.
Right there, we already saw it. Right, yeah, you might be right, but I don't know, man. Him and Kaz. I mean, it's interesting. I don't know. We already said that we didn't really see, at least with Mox and Kingston. I don't know. That tag team seemed kind of.
It was a one-off.
Yeah, it seemed kind of forced a little bit, but it was a one-off, so we'll let it slide.
It was Kingston's reward for selling the sparklers.
Yeah, right. But him and Kaz, I don't know. That's a strange pairing, but I'm not gonna. I'll be open to it.
I think it's a done deal. It might just be something that they try while they fight the elite, but I think it'll be a hit enough where they keep them together. Just saying, and they're good workers. So why not? All right.
What about the Bucks? You got good things to say about the Bucks?
No. I they're not good. I don't know what they're doing when they come out. I don't know this whole Cutler's doing it. They're not getting heel heat to me. They're just dicks that I don't want to see on my TV.
Isn't that's heel heat, brother?
No, it's not. Like, they don't anger me. I'm like, oh, the Bucks are here, and I stop watching, and it makes me feel bad for whoever they're fighting because I'm not paying attention to them.
Right.
Which is what happened in this match. I don't have fuck all. No clue. I know the end because I saw Kazarian come out.
Right.
So we get Pinnacle here. Now, tell me if I'm petty here. Number one, I know I'm petty. With this whole, we've got to cut fucking pass the mic promos every fucking week. Are we going to do this all the way to All Out?
I hope not. I mean, it's only a 2-hour show, so having each guy cut a promo, I mean, that's a lot of time.
2-night Fighter Fest, so
yeah.
I mean, 3 months, they should be building some good storylines, and they got the talent to do it. They don't need to put certain guys on TV every week. Pinnacle wasn't on last week, but they're here this week to do Pass the Mic. And I remember in the Attitude Era, there was a beer truck incident. And in this feud, we did the champagne. I imagine in tons and tons of everything throughout history, Brian, somebody's destroying a car, a limo, an automobile. They did that here.
Yeah.
I'm not shitting on either thing. In and of itself, I'm shitting on the fact that this is a poor excuse for a stall. Let's get to the meat. Let's get to the nitty-gritty. Okay, we only had to wait 2 weeks, a little more than 2 weeks. We only had to wait a little more than 2 weeks to go from Blood and Guts to Stadium Stampede. It's been 2 weeks since Stadium Stampede. I'm not saying you need to rush this storyline, but you guys have talked it to death. Get somewhere. Get to the point. Do something to further the story. Because all they did tonight before the limo was, I mean, it's like, it's the same old, same old. No, I don't agree to your terms. Oh, yeah?
Right.
Well, watch what we're going to do. All right, you know what? You got it. Dyke says, use the dark shows for their up-and-coming talent, then split the main people for Dynamite and Rampage. Like, on paper, that sounds great, but their problem is that they're like, oh, Brian Cage never wins on Dynamite. We got to make him a monster, so let's have him fight on Dark 20 times and win.
Same thing with Archer. Throw Archer on
Archer,
there.
the same thing. I think it should be, I think Dark should be, it should go away, Brian. It should be truly dark.
No.
It should be truly dark. The only reason it's
should
there,
just be pitch black.
It's a Brian Cage and Archer win, factory show. That's all.
I'm with you. They need to settle down on the squash matches a little bit. If it were just like having like a not a tryout necessarily, but almost like like I said, almost like a live interview almost
do an
with like
NXT.
two people that like potentially might be signed.
Do an
I'm
NXT.
cool with that.
Create you a TV title that's just for that show.
Yeah.
You don't
need
all these other belts. You don't need a tag belt for that. You don't need a women's belt for that. You just have them fight feuds. OVW, style like FCW. There's lots of routes you can do this. And you can still televise it on YouTube just like you like. And it could be just like we're saying. It could be their version of a performance center type of thing where they learn their chops. But let them fight each other.
They have the Nightmare Factory. That's kind of their
right,
performance center.
But let them. But I'm talking about a televised version of it.
I know they don't have like an actual like company tied to it.
You could have like your Lee Johnson shine over there, and somebody who gets over. You can test the waters every now and again and bring them to Dynamite. I remember how crazy it was the first time I ever saw KO. Here's the NXT champ. I don't watch NXT showing up, challenging John Cena.
Right.
What the fuck is this?
Wait, you weren't watching NXT then?
No.
What?
I was after that. I was at no.
Yes.
No.
When KO was in NXT, we were doing the podcast.
Well, maybe you were doing Takeover.
Called up.
Or Takedown.
Taken
down. Taken down. Was that it?
Taken down, sir. I don't know. It's all blur. Anyway, what were we talking about?
I love Britt Baker, and I mean that sincerely, like as the character. I'm not like gaga for her. I mean, she's like a very attractive woman, right? I'm not stalking her. I'm like, I love DMD, whatever that has to be. Yeah, we destroyed a limo. We're gonna get pretty fast here to the end. So let's go to this one.
What's on TV right now? Actually, sorry to cut you off.
It's Britt and Reba. They're talking with Tony. I still had my issues with Tony and Britt having their hug out in front there.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. I get they're friends. Everybody knows they're friends.
Right.
They could show it on BT. They could show it on YouTube. You don't break kayfabe there.
You know, it would have been perfect if like they had that embrace and like did that whole thing, but like Tony turns around and she put me like a kick me sign or some bullshit on the back of his jacket or something.
What did I just see a graphic for? Cesar Bonani has a faction now?
Oh yeah, he's what are they called? The Wingmen?
Jesus Christ.
It's him, JD Drake.
Jesus
your
Christ.
fucking no, your best friend, Ziggler Jr. What's his name? Nemeth.
So the Hollywood hunks have gone with Bonani to become
Bonani, JD Drake. There's a fourth. Who's the fourth?
So Bonani, Hangman JD Page Drake. And Preston are taking on Cage and Hobbs. You know what's happening here, right? This is going to be a repeat of Revolution. Except Cage is going to officially leave with a Team Taz, which is the stupidest name ever.
No, it's not.
I would rather him call themselves like the Roughnecks or something stupid like that. Oh, you can't do that.
The Roughnecks. What about the Rough Riders? That was the name of a semi-professional soccer team growing up on Long Island in the 90s.
Who is the fourth man in the Wingmen?
Who is it? There's four names: Bonani, JD Drake,
Ronald McDonald.
No, come on now. I can't even think of three. I'm missing one. Ryan Nemeth. That's three.
Birds of War.
Stomp, clap, stomp, stomp, clap.
Inner Circle destroyed their limo like Austin did to Triple H at Survivor Series '99, and Cena and Crime Time did to JBL. Yeah, I mean, we're past that, Stike. I'm not arguing with you. We're just past it.
It's just old. I'm over it.
Sting and Darby, man.
Darby, man.
Sting, Darby, just don't come, man. I can find a new partner. No, I'm gonna go do it there. You don't have anything to prove, but I don't know why, man. I just got to do this. What? Brian, help me here. This is right as we were coming on air, so I don't know if you caught all of it. But.
No, I did not. I'm reading up on it right now, though. Sting says Sting asked him to pound it, so that was like bump it. He was like the McPoyles.
He wanted to bump what?
Come on, what? Bump it. Come on, bump it. Bump it. I'm not bumping it.
I've never bumped anything in my life. I'm not starting now.
Yeah, I don't understand what I mean, what is this? What, like, explain this, because I don't know.
I don't know. And what happens when Brian Cage leaves Team Taz? Is he's fighting? He's got to fight. Let's see. He's gonna fight Taz's son. He's gonna fight Taz's son and Hobbs in a handicap match. He's gonna also beat Hobbs by himself. Then he's gonna Starks, and we're supposed to care about all this? Here's the problem
I'm
with
kind of
all
into
these
it.
factions. When one breaks up, you don't care. You don't. Even if Inner Circle had broken up, Brian, we still got 10 others. But when Undisputed, the only true faction of more than 6 months at the time of their dissolution that was on NXT, when they broke up, that was monumental.
Sure.
If any, is there, when the Nightmare Factory split into the, what is the other fucking, the Wolfpack?
The Factory.
Okay, the Factory and what's the other?
Nightmare Family.
Family and Factory?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's just the Nightmare Family, and then the Factory.
Okay. I know I don't watch Dark,
Yeah.
but you see what I'm saying. I didn't give a flying fuck when they broke up.
Oh,
when
yeah.
QT told Cody, like, blah, 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 I'm like, oh, cool. These two new guys who just joined the family, Camarado and Agogo, they just joined the family. Yeah. By the way, me and I'm QT. I'm taking these guys and we're leaving, and now we have our own faction. And we're going to really play up how we've broken apart.
Right. I'm going to take Aaron Solo and Lee. Who else? Lee Johnson, is he over there too?
And Michael Camarado. No, Lee Johnson stayed with Dustin. Michael Camarado, I swear, is a time displaced version of the Barbarian.
He's cool though, man. I love his look.
Oh, I'm not arguing. I
dig it.
I was not saying something bad.
Oh no, I know. Yeah, I know. I know it wasn't a sly at him or anything. Yeah.
We have time for a 13-minute main event here.
What's happening? Is it the trios one?
No, it's.
Oh no, it's not the trio. They already happened.
It's Hangman Adam Page, who's lost all sense of time. It's him and Preston.
Oh, the tag match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all about Team Taz.
Saying?
Anyway, we're gonna be back here Monday. We're gonna cover SmackDown. And we'll probably mention something about Raw. We've been having a good show on Mondays because we started covering SmackDown. They've got a nice overall story going on with Roman, and they're doing good things in the IC division. So there's some good stories being told. It seems like they're starting to do something with the tag, but it might just be there because of the whole Roman story. I don't know. It's getting a lot of TV time, and Bianca and the women and Bayley. It's been a decent show. Maybe the best thing about it, Brian, do you know what that is?
It is 1 hour less than Raw.
Ding, ding, ding. You know what you get?
This is the Butcher, and I'm a little blown up, but you did okay.
Wow.
All right.
1 hour shorter really does make the difference.
Totally. 100%.
So SmackDown will forever be my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Just for that simple reason. So until we meet again, go to patreon.com/MOWP. You can subscribe to get all of our extra content there. We do watch-alongs, mark-alongs, all sorts of stuff. You can hang out with the wise old Jew and watch some of the reactions with my dad there. Those are always fun. Are y'all doing an in-your-house watch-along on Patreon Sunday? Not planning to. No.
I don't think so, yeah.
No.
I didn't even...
I am going to be watching it, but I'm having a poker game for the first time post-COVID. We will definitely watch in your house, but it will be in my house, not the studio. And I don't know where the fuck Brian is.
Yeah, no, I'm going to try to go to like a Hardee's or an Arby's or an In-N-Out.
Oh, lucky you. Kier asked if I want anything from Taco Bell, and I said I would like a Slushy.
Taco Bell.
She
Wait
went
a
to
second.
Taco Bell.
MJ saying I stole his
Only thing
idea.
she
What?
forgot.
What are you talking about, sir?
What idea?
I don't know. What are you talking about? Oh, that was not what I was trying to type. What are you
So what
talking
member of the
about,
Dark
sir?
Order teams with Darby next week against Sky and Paige, since they have been coming to his aid of late? I would say it's that's from Styler, by the way. I would say it's not. I would say it's not somebody from the Dark Order technically, and I think it's Hangman. I think Hangman gets himself involved here.
You think so?
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, I guess
why
so.
why hide the fact
not?
that you got 2 pages and 2 cages on the roster? Just get to it. Christian's already been, in the ring with Brian Cage. So let's just get Hangman over to Ethan Page and just
Right. Well, and then let's sign Paige from WWE, throw her in the mix.
Yeah.
And then bring back Absolution.
I think didn't her Page have an I though?
It did. And an
so
E.
It doesn't count.
Well, the other ones had E's too.
Yeah, otherwise that would be Pag.
It would be Pag, yeah.
You're pretty. Yeah. I think
I'm pretty. Thank you.
Yeah, I think this is no. I ended my thought instead of being insulting because I wanted to end the show on a positive note.
Oh,
not with
that.
a jab.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, talk about positive notes.
Kurt Stallion.
So juicy.
Rob made that sound effect, and I don't think we ever saw that fucking dude
then
again.
He disappeared.
That's pretty funny.
That is.
I have a button I never use because of that. Wow.
Oh, what is MJ saying? You can only do the second hour? Oh, because he's talking about he only prefers the second hour of SmackDown for some reason. He says the second hour is the best hour of SmackDown.
The night time is the right time. Night
Yeah.
time is the right time. Anyway, we're gonna be back on Monday with the Marks.
Yeah.
I think Brian has already put up his All Elite hour for the week.
We'll have another one. We will have another one. I think. It's so all over the place, man. But you'll get the notification when it's up. But we'll be recording.
Oh, MJ's saying we can't end the show until Dynamite goes off air.
Oh. Well, what's happening? I don't have it on in front of me.
Oh, you don't?
I don't.
Well, Cage just hit Preston Vance with the forearm. Now we're doing an Irish whip, full head of steam, and he did a slap kick into his back.
Is the
I don't like that. Let's point that out, Brian.
What?
The camera catches a lot of flapping, and I didn't think about this till Rob pointed it out. They don't use the hard cam well in terms of the wrestlers.
Right.
So you see the one hard cam, and that's right where Brian Cage was. If he knows, hey, the hard cam's here, they could choreograph their match a little better from that standpoint. Those little things, I want them to succeed so badly, but those little things I think will always hold them back if they don't, come correct with them. Is that fair?
You're not wrong. You're definitely not wrong. I don't think it's going to necessarily be like the thing that kills them, though. I don't think it's that big.
Oh no, I don't think it's that big a deal. I'm saying to when you have when you get a 65 on a test, Brian, and you did a shit ton of extra credit, and each extra credit added 1 point, and you did 15 extra credit assignments, so your 65 became an 80. That's like chicken shit in his chicken salad.
Yeah.
So that's the case here.
And then I get to go to Pizza Hut for the buffet because I got an 80 instead of a 65.
Right. And I got $10 for a B where I owed my dad $2 for a C.
Oh, really?
No, I don't know.
Oh.
I was spoiled rotten, man.
No.
My parents went broke when the IRS came calling when I was 19. The good life was over.
Fucking Erwin R. Shyster, son of a bitch.
If only I had a sibling and one of my parents was a celebrity. We could have made Schitt's Creek back then. It's the same fucking premise, right?
Right, right.
Except I was the only child, and nobody's a celebrity of any.
Right, yeah. Oh, well.
My dad is
Okay.
Jewish.
He is. So are
that
you.
works. So that works, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I think maybe that's why I'm Jewish, is because my dad's Jewish.
I think so. That sounds
Are
about
you
right.
Italian because your dad's Italian?
I think that's how it works. Don't quote me on it, but I also found out I'm like almost as much Scottish as I am Italian recently, so I've been living a lie.
So you got a little
basically.
Seamus in you?
Pretty much.
I'm
Actually,
pretty
I had
sure
3%.
Bryce just counted
3%
3.
Seamus inside of me. Seamus is inside of me 3%. So
Inside of me.
he is the man inside me. What are we doing? What are we doing?
I was just talking. I swear to God, Bryce just counted 3, and the match.
He
is still
probably
going.
did. He probably
Isn't
did.
Bryce is the one who counts 3 a lot, and it's not. Over.
It's happened to him in AEW. Yes.
More than anyone else.
I think it has happened more than once. So
more than anyone else. Oh wow, that was awful.
Maybe. Yeah.
Preston tried to save it. Oh, and then he's standing there holding his hand there. See, like, why is that on camera side? That should not be on hard cam, because you saw Preston holding his. He was doing this on the 619 because you knew it was coming.
Right.
Oh,
I don't know. 619. Rey Mysterio's over there?
No, Brian Cage did one.
Oh, that's right. He does that. I forget.
Pretty impressive for a big man.
Yeah, he can move.
I just didn't
For a
like
big
that,
boy.
that Preston's sitting there.
Right,
selling
just
it
kind of waiting.
Yeah. Well, no, not the waiting. I don't mind that. But if you're going to wait, he was holding his hand up like this while the other guys rose.
Right, yeah.
You know, do it at the last minute.
Right.
I don't know. I blame MJ for keeping this show going.
Me too. No, he told us we're allowed to go now.
Oh, we are?
Mm.
Well, now it's like the end.
Yeah, 3 minutes.
There'll be a brawl any second now.
Mm.
Oh,
Do you
here
think?
it is.
Do you feel like America's safer now that Cody ended
racism?
He ended racism. He ended socialism, Darwinism, hedonism.
Yeah. The territory wars. He ended those too.
Ended those. Bought WCW.
Yep, here it is. Brian Cage gets tossed the belt by Starks. He throws it back out. I don't want to use it. I don't want to win
me,
that
bro.
way. Starks saying, "What are you gonna do?" Starks slaps him. Here we go.
Uh-oh. Starks points to his neck.
Here's the other thing. Okay. And I don't know. This might be wrong. I feel like they don't rehearse some of this stuff backstage to go, dude, this is not something you should say. You need to say something that's more convincing in your tone. Because some of these wrestlers are not good enough promo actors, whatever you want to call them. And I think that they would see that. You know, like if you tried to get me to cry on camera, I can't cry on camera. Or on cue, sorry. I can't cry on cue. So don't send me out there and have me cry on cue, and I'm going to go, but, and it's going to look really fake because I'm not good at that. Since you have so much freedom in AEW and it's supposed to be the land of like character development, let them say it the way they want to say it. Let them portray it the way they want to say it. There's still, to me, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's Ricky Starks saying, "Hey, I'm going to go do it this way," and he just can't pull it off.
Could be that.
I mean, I'm not blaming anyone backstage. I'm saying it needs to be fixed.
Right.
Anyway, it's over.
Oh.
Wipe, flush, Hangman Page won. After the shenanigans, they beat Hobbs because Starks and Cage left the building. Speaking of leaving the building, that's what we're going to do. Tune in next time. Same smart time, same smart channel.
I'll
catch you on the
flip flop.
Flippy floppy, floppy flippy.
Ding dongs. Marked out. And hey, MJ.
How do you like your eggs in the morning? Scrambled or fertilized?
Oh, Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes.
On iTunes and Apple Podcasts. While you're there, go ahead and give us an honest and fair review and rating. Finally, if you have enjoyed our product and would like to see us grow, please donate to us by visiting the donation link below our live video, or you can donate via Venmo and Cash App at the handle Ravepro. That's RAVEPRO.
You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows, visit electronicmediacollective.com.
Oh man, I have no idea